What's up, guys? I am disappointed at that main event, man. That main event did not live up to the hype, in my opinion. Um, Artem won the decision unanimously, 48-47. Um, I disagree. I think it was a draw. I had it 48-48. Um, Hell, I probably would have been all right with Paulie getting the decision um, more than Artem. Artem, in my opinion, should have been in this fight. He didn't show up. He fought terribly, man. You know, why was he trying to box with a boxer? Why was he not taking the fight to Paulie, man? Why was he standing there waiting, trying to have a boxing match with Paulie Malignaggi, man? He's so in love with this idea of being a boxer, of transitioning to boxing and fighting Amir Khan. Let me tell you something. He need to let that shit go right now. He need to let that shit go right now. He got in with a 38-year-old soft bodied out of the ring for 2 years, Paulie Malignaggi. And for the most part, Paulie was slipping this guy's punches. He had Artem hitting him on the back and shit. With the way he was moving his head, his shoulder, his body. He had Artem looking terrible, man. Artem with these long, wide, slow punches. You know, he talking about having a pro boxing career. He talking about fighting Amir Khan, and I ain't an Amir Khan fan, but man, Amir Khan will light Artem Lobov up, man. Even a soft chin Amir Khan, Artem Lobov could not do anything with him, man. He just could not. Amir Khan, he would be letting punches go so fast. Before he could say Artem Lobov, he'd be getting touched up 5, 6 times. All right. The first round in this fight I had even. All right. Both guys came out timid. They were holding each other. They were missing. So nobody did anything effectively. That was a 10-10 for me. All right. Second round was 10-9 Paulie. He landed a significant hard straight right hand in that round. All right. The second round, with the third round, I gave to Paulie 10-9. He was controlling pretty much the whole round except for when he was moving away. He kind of caught a glancing shot, a left, I believe, from Artem. It looked a lot worse than it was live. Once you saw the replay, it looked very glancing, and I think he really was kind of caught off guard because of his feet, the way his feet were positioned. All right. And then I'm getting pissed and yelling because even when it looked like Artem hurt the guy, he just stood there and admired his admired his work, man, instead of trying to close in on the guy. The whole fight, Antonio Tarver and the announcers, they saying, man, he gotta close this, he gotta go forward, he gotta make it a fight. After all the shit that Paulie was saying, and Artem was supposed to be so mad. Now he couldn't wait to get his hands on Paulie. And then he got in the ring with the guy. And he was standing there looking at him and shit, man. Wasn't letting his hands go. More than he should have. This Artem, nowhere near the Artem that was in the Jason Knight fight. Not even close. Did that fight take something out of Artem? Is he not the same fighter no more? Mentally, physically. All right. In the fourth round, that was 10-9 for Artem. All right. He did the most significant work of the round when he got Paulie against the ropes. He hit and he hurt Paulie. I think he probably could have got a knockdown, but it looks like Artem held Paulie up. He had his right arm, had Paulie tied up. I think he had Paulie's left arm tied up. It looked like Paulie was ready to go down, and he was holding him up, man, trying to hit him. And that's when I believe Paulie suffered that significant cut. I think it was over his left eye. It's very deep cut right in here. Very deep cut, nasty looking cut. And for the first time in the fight, Paulie was really bloody. All right. And then the fifth round, I gave to Artem 10-9. I felt that he landed, the significant shots in that round. I had to go back and watch it again. I thought it was close, but I thought Artem, landed uh, some body shots, and he did the most significant work in that round. All right, so it came out 48-48 for me, a draw. Uh, that first round, they just didn't do anything, man. I couldn't give it to anybody. Um, but as far as Artem winning, that's not what I saw, man. You know, I didn't see him winning this fight. I thought he looked terrible in this fight. You know, I mean, I was about ready to call for him to retire, man. You know, he wasn't aggressive. He wasn't trying to close on Paulie. Standing there trying to box with the guy. And, I'm probably thinking that maybe he was getting frustrated because Paulie was moving out of the way his shots so much, making him look foolish. Had him swinging that air, hitting him on the back and shit, hitting him on the shoulder. Paulie moving out of the way, seeing his punches coming from a mile away. This was a winnable fight, man, for Artem or for any bare knuckle fighter, man. Paul not in his prime, but if you're gonna stand there and try to box with the guy, give him time to think, like the announcer was saying, you're gonna have a more difficult fight, man. You could possibly lose, and Artem should have been super aggressive, man, throughout the fight. He was not. There were no knockdowns, nothing like that. So and Paulie did what I expected him to do. I expected him to have a stick and move strategy to hit and not get hit. He's a boxer. That's his game. So, no surprise that what Paulie did, and I'm not mad at the way he fought. I respected his performance in the fight more than I respect Artem's. You know, Missing with them big wide shots you can see coming from a mile away. Terrible. Then he missed and he tried to make up for with some silly backhand. Um, Standing there waiting, trying to box with Paulie. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, man. He had to go forward on this guy and try to get this guy, man. And you know, I can't say that he clearly won that fight. And I really can't say clearly that Paulie won either. But as far as who played their game better, I would say Paulie played his game better than Artem did. Being a boxer, um, and and Artem looking terrible as a boxer. All right, so uh, it was nice to see them being sportsmen to each other after. I thought Paulie was a bit, not surprising because he's always done it. He was a bit whiny and pouty, in the aftermath of the decision. Um, but this could be kind of a black eye for BKFC, man. Paulie was saying how people was telling him, he was a world championship boxer. This was kind of beneath him and stuff, and he don't think he'd be back because he didn't get a fair shake. I can understand if Paulie felt that they pulled one over on him, man, that it was a heist. There was a lot of money to be made. If you bet Artem, like I said, I got him at plus 225. All three judges had it 48-47 unanimous for Artem. Um, I didn't see it that way, man. I didn't. And if Paulie feels like it was a screw job, I can't really complain, question what he's saying and feeling, man. You know, um, and then people can look and say, see, if you're a boxer and you go over there, they gonna set you up, they gonna screw you, they gonna use you, then they'll give you a fair shake on the scorecards. They're just gonna use you to try to build their guys up, you know. Um, People can say that, man. So in a way, this is kind of a black eye for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, man, and for Feldman, the promoter. I could tell by his face that he didn't like what Paul was saying in the post fight, but you know, that's the way he felt, man. Do I feel he won? No, I don't feel that anybody won, man. I think it was a draw, and I think the main event was disappointing, man. Didn't live up to the hype for me. I expected more action, more blood, more knockdowns, and we didn't get that, man. We didn't get that, and I blame Artem. Like I said, Paula did what I felt that he would do, and Artem did not, man. Artem was standing there waiting, trying to box with the guy, being patient. He should have been moving forward, letting his hands go, man, closing distance on this guy. You know, so I really think that's it, man. I don't think I missed anything, but if I did, I'll leave a comment in the comment section. Um, Jason Knight cut a good promo after they were finished. He was guaranteeing more action. He was kind of talking some shit about Paulie. Said he was old and soft, and I think he talked about how he was whining about the decision. He kind of went in on Artem, talking about Artem didn't fight like he did in the last fight. You know, and hey, that fight's gonna be in Biloxi, which is like I think 3 to 4 hours up the road from me. So I might be going to that fight August 10th. Biloxi, look out! I might show up. I ain't been to Biloxi since I was a kid, and I might go for this. I like to see what else gonna be put on the card. I like to see kind of a some kind of decent names, man. I want to see what the card is like, but most likely I will go to experience a bare knuckle fighting event. So you know, I think that's it, guys. I don't think I'm missing anything, but if I did, I'll go back and leave a comment in the comment section. If you saw it, let me know what you think, man. But if you didn't see it, in my opinion, you really didn't miss much, man. This does not compare at all to the Lobov Jason Knight fight. That was a great fight, and this, for me, didn't live up to the hype. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think, and I will check in with y'all soon. Thanks for watching.